say something. We talked about on yesterday's episode about controlling your emotions. And we gonna have to keep revisiting that because I don't think women actually understand what that means. And I don't think society helps them to understand that their emotions are theirs. They're responsible for them. So no matter what they do, even as a man, if you want to walk up right now and be like, yo, I'm done. I'm done with it. It doesn't give somebody the right to shoot you with a rifle. You know what I'm saying? You don't get shot, be able to get shot with a rifle in your back because you just decide to be like, yo, I'm done. I'm out of here. And I get it. Some things are, people handle things, but people got to learn to handle things a lot better, man. So
by no means are we saying stop being emotional because
no.
That's like trying to ask a fish to stop swimming. That's a part of y'all, but what we saying is that y'all got to control that shit. Stop acting out of emotion all the time.
Right.
Take a step back before you react to something. Take a step back and be like, all right, you know what's going to come out of this? If I start yelling and screaming, he going to start yelling. No good is going to come out of this.
No good comes out of that shit. Toxic masculinity.
That's the word being thrown around now. Toxic masculinity.
And what the hell is that?
And that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying, okay, so you call it toxic masculinity.
No, I'm asking you, see, before we go into the explanation for that shit, what the hell is that?
Honestly, I don't really know, but I'm thinking that they saying that men can tend to be over masculine, especially when it's I can kind of see that if it's in a sexual harassment type of way, a man being overly aggressive trying to get the woman that he wants. I can understand that. But there's some shit that's just natural to a man.
Right.
And you can't ask me to stop doing that because that's part of being a male. And I know people probably tired of it, but I always take it back to the roots. We are animals.
Right.
You don't ask a fucking male lion to stop being a male lion.
Right.
You're going to do the shit a male lion does.
Right. No doubt.
You don't ask the bull out there. You say, yo, you got to stop being a bull, man. Just chill. No, you don't do that. So why are you asking us to stop being us?
Right. So you know what? Let me say something. They're going to come back on that and be like, with their emotions. Why are we asking them? So I get it. So let's play off that. Should a man punch a hole in the wall? No. That's toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Now that's overly boom. He's using his strength, boom, and or should he flip some shit over the table over? No. You know what I mean? That's not his shit. Definitely not. But at the same time, if he's not allowed, like you don't allow him, like for instance, in my past relationship when I was married, I would just want to get in the car, go for a drive and listen to music. You know what I mean? And I would get stopped from doing that, but that was my way, my outlet. I needed to come back to this, you know what I mean? Approach it again. I didn't want to just deal with it right then. It was like, all right, let me just go take a quick dip, chill, cool down, feel a nice breeze, relax, boom, come back and approach it. But like I said, as people, I think we're throwing things out there like, that toxic masculinity is just like we're throwing things out there to insult people. Like and I don't want to insult females and call them emotionally, imbalanced. And, we throw all these words out there to insult each other, the sexes, and we're like it's a competition, and it's not a competition because what I believe, God put us both here for a purpose. You know what I mean? Like if we're going to go based off the Bible of people, woman can do her own thing, right? Then that's what women are saying. Oh, independent, we don't need men, we want men and all this shit. All right, cool. But when you want a baby, how do you do it? Well, there's science for that. I can go get this, but where are you getting that from science? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You still need a man. You still need his sperm. You still need that. So you do need a man. Same thing with men. We need this, we can't say like, yo, we don't need women, because men never say that shit. I never hear men say we don't need fucking women. You know what I mean? Like where we be like, we don't need, I don't need a woman. We do, you know, we might say can't live with them, can't live without them, but we do, you know, we want them in our life. Bottom line is, what I'm saying is, man, that when we go into this and dive into this topic, we're not trying to tear anybody apart. You know what I'm saying? Because I know women can be overly sensitive, and we don't really give a shit on the real and unapologetic. But like I said, the purpose for this is not to tear people apart. That's not our purpose. That's not our, it's not out of to be malice and malicious. That's not our shit. But to be real and be honest and be transparent is 100% us. So it may come off as being malicious and shit. And yeah, let's dig into this. So yeah, because there's a lot of shit. Like I tell you, man, I see shit all over.
It's a lot of shit. But again, it all boils down to emotion. And like we said, and women have admitted it, they're emotional creatures. We're not. We're logic. We go, our decisions most of the time are based off of logic. Yeah, you got some guys that get all into their emotions and stuff.
Right.
But for the most part, it's logic. Right. You know, it's going to follow a particular order. There's no order with emotions.
No, there's none.
You know, there's absolutely no order. But the thing is, women also need emotion to feed off of. And when I say that, you know, now, and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate calls and whatnot for this, but women will try to push you to a point where, like, if you're not showing any emotion in an argument or you're not whatever, they're going to keep trying to push you because, all right, you know what? Women get away with shit. Like if you was arguing with your boy and he either said some shit or he pushed you to a point or he came at you some kind of way, there's a certain point you would just be like, you know what? He gonna get punched in the mouth for this one.
Right.
And women will do the same thing because they know you're not going to hit them.
Do that. Right.
And they will keep pushing. It's human nature. Once you draw a line and you cross it, you're gonna see, okay, where's the next line I could draw?
Right, like kids.
And that's how women take advantage. They know that you know what? Like I said, there's certain stuff that if your boy came over and y'all had an argument or whatever, and then he snuck into your crib, took all your shit out your closet, all your electronic equipment and all of that, poured bleach in it, cut up your sneaker laces and all of that, you gonna punch that nigga right in his mouth without second thought next time you see him.
Right.
You can't do that to a woman.
Right. Because we know,
and they know that.
Right, we give them and they abuse it, so we give them an excuse. But that's why it's called abuse, and we gotta, like we said on episode 11, we gotta start calling the shit out. We gotta start, you know, and rather than, you know, you gotta start fucking telling. You gotta become a fucking tattleteller, and that's not the shit I want to be. But the only way they'll learn is to realize that's abuse. You can't do some shit knowing. No different than a man with his strength, and he abuses a woman because he's stronger than her, so he can do certain things or scare her or whatever. A woman shouldn't do that knowing she has the capabilities to where I can piss his ass off. He can't do shit to me. I can cut his tires. He can't do shit to me. I can throw a rock, boom, boom. And that's the thing, man. We don't want to be dealing with none of that shit anyway. Like, that's just the toxic shit that I escape from and stay away from, because everybody... Man, I'm learning this, is that you can make 7 figures, 6 figures, 8 figures. That don't mean shit. People keep thinking that they got their shit together because they got a house, a car, and some money. Yo, real shit. No, people be like, yo, my shit is together. And I be like, no, it's not. Okay, you got your bills are paid, you got the car, that don't mean shit, because at the end of the day, it's internal. You know what I'm saying? It's your shit is good. Is it good in here? Like, you can have that shit and still pull up in that motherfucking Bentley and cut the motherfucking tires. That don't mean shit. It means you're still off. You still fucked up. You know what I mean? You still have some repairing to do. Yo, that's what we're dealing with. And then I want to get into all these topics, man, and because that right there bleeds into everything that's going on. So now you got all this shit going on. So what I came across today was this bullshit with this shit right here, man. These fucking on the Breakfast Club, they had on these. What's the girls' names? I'll tell you right now who they. Shit, let me get them right now. Yeah. With men and bisexuality. Yeah, like, breaking the stigma of butt stuff in the bedroom. It's like, well, listen a little bit, a little clip.
It's deeper than dick. Fluidity is a real thing. It's just that we've been conditioned to think that your masculinity is in your booty hole, and it's
not. All right. First, for all the guys that don't understand, hey, look, there's certain shit. And so let me explain what these girls are saying. They're saying that they've been dealing with men that they have been fucking, you know what I'm saying? And basically they're putting a rubber dildo on, a strap on shit and fucking these guys, and these guys are into it, and the guys are ashamed to come out and say this shit, and they're openly talking about this shit. So this is the thing I want to say, man. And I want guys to understand there is a problem with that. Yeah, I know she said, oh, there's no problem. Yeah, there's a fucking problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Your masculinity is in your booty hole. Whether you realize it or not, there's certain shit that you don't do. This shit you just don't do. I get it. I can fucking get on a plane and get on the plane and take the plane up and then open the door with no fucking parachute on and jump the fuck out of it. But I should not do it. It's the same thing when you keep crossing the line, every fucking line. You go, oh, I could go here. I could say this. I could do this. It's okay. No, motherfucker, stop. Pump the brakes. Skid on that motherfucker and stop, man. And we're going too far. And this is the thing, man. Let me tell you guys something. And I'm saying this to the men. You keep playing around. These women are fucking taking your balls because they keep telling you what's okay, and then they fucking shame you for doing some dumbass shit that you don't have enough fucking respect for yourself and the masculinity to have to say, nah, I don't get down like that. That's not no shit I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you're doing in sex. There's so many other things you could do.
I agree. It's the truth. And for them to even come on the radio and say that shit, that just tells me that, again, they're not thinking, okay? And I want to make sure that people picked up on what they were saying.
Okay? Yeah, because I posted what you said. I posted that on the page and put your name and said CEE, you know what I mean? Say it. I mean, it's...
There's two things that came out. They kept talking about it as power.
Right.
You know, they basically want to fuck men in the ass so that they can feel the power of a man,
but also strip them of the man's power.
And at the same time, taking your power from you.
Right.
You know, and you, like I said, you go back and you got to understand our history. Okay, when back in the day when they were bringing the slaves over, you know, they always took the biggest, strongest black slave that they had, and they tied them down. And they used to call it what they call buck busting. They would have a white guy come and fuck the slave up the ass so that all the other slaves could see, look, this is the best you got right here. Look what I'm doing to him. Look what I'm doing to him. And if you step out of line, the same thing is going to happen to you. So don't talk to me about masculinity is not tied to your booty hole when that's what they did.
Right.
That's what they did to prove that.
Right. No doubt.
They did that to strip you of everything.
Right.
And to fuck everybody else up psychologically. But now you're going to talk about it like it's an everyday thing, and then you're going to come out your mouth and say 65% of the men you deal with want to get fucked in the ass? That's some bullshit. And what she's saying by saying that, now you got uninitiated guys who don't know nothing about nothing saying, yo, 65%? That's like the majority. Well, maybe I need to explore that. Maybe I need to...
Some fucking
idiot.
Nigga. Right.
No,
and that's
it's just another way to take your nuts from you.
Take your nuts from you, right? Like we keep saying on the show, they keep taking your fucking balls, man. And you guys keep allowing this shit. When I seen that little fucking clip, I called CEE up, man. And I hit him up and I'm like, yo, man. So we started talking about it. And we also talked how it bleeds into other things. Once you get your balls removed, fellas, stop giving up your fucking balls, man. I'm being real. Stop giving up your balls. You keep giving up your balls when she tells you baby, you don't got to work. You can fucking drop off the kids and you can do this shit. No, you tell her, baby, you could drop off the kids. I'm going to work. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. I get it. Sometimes we need that person to step in and to step up. And does that make you less of a man? Yes. I'm going to see, people will go, what the fuck? What do you mean? That's your partner. No. Yes. Listen, you should feel less of a man when you're not doing your job. Think before you move into somebody's house and you can't cover your portion. Think before you lay down with a woman and you don't have no fucking way of taking care of a baby. And you listen, think before you do a lot of shit. And this is a lot of shit that some of us didn't do. I was out there in the streets and certain things I didn't do at the time. And now that I know now, I would never fucking do because I've learned to hold my manhood and who I am. Men have to fucking be men. We're losing that shit. And women want this power because for years they did not have it. And I understand we want them side by side with us to be equal. But being equal does not mean for us to be less than. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean for us to become fucking 50% because they become equal to us and they're 50%. No, it's for us to keep 100%. And they can be equal and say, hey, I want to get a job. Get a job, baby. That's good. Oh, I want to get this. Oh, hey, cool. But at the same time, you should never fucking step down and from your job to be the head of household or to be that man in that relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever the fuck it is.
And guys, you got to realize too, okay? We spoke about it on the last show about manipulation. And guys, you're being manipulated even when you don't even realize it, okay? Right. And when I say that, you got guys out here who think, yo, check this shit out, B. Yo, I must be slaying that pussy. She told me, yo, I ain't got to work. She going to take care of everything. I could just chill in the house, do my thing, play games all day, and she going to cover everything. Yo, I'm slaying that pussy. Nigga, she just took all your shit from you. You got no say in nothing. Now. You in her house. Right. You driving her car. She paying all the bills. She feeding you. Yo. Come on. She done took all your shit away. What? There's no manhood left there. There's no manhood left there. Yeah. You just gave it up. Thinking that, oh, yo, I did something. She must love me crazy. No.
Yo, it's like no. That's real shit. It's like I told somebody, yo, somebody was we don't say no names out here. We don't be snitching and shit, but somebody was talking to somebody, they had a girlfriend, but they was talking to somebody through Facebook and kicking it with this person. And the girl found out, but the girl was taking care of the bills and everything because they were struggling. They couldn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So I hit them up and they're like, yo, she's ill and she's this. And I was like, straight up, she kind of got the right to. I said, yo, when you are not paying anything and she paying for everything, you can't do shit. And I said, I'm not saying that just because you the head of household that you should cheat. But you can't cheat, especially if she taking care of all your shit. I'm just being real. You can't fucking cheat, motherfucker. You don't have the right to. It sounds fucked up, but you gave up. You signed up. You signed the waiver with I will not fucking cheat, being that you're paying the fucking bills.
You just became a woman from like back in the 40s and 50s.
Right.
All you do is stay home, fuck, clean up, and that's it. That's all you did.
And change diapers. That's it. Real shit.
You just became a woman from back in the 30s and 40s and 50s.
Yo, real shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the dude. She's out there paying, fucking hustling and grinding early in the morning, coming home late at night. You got to have the meals cooked. You got to have her fucking shoes and the water ran. You got to do everything that a woman does, even though you don't fucking like it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like the situation and you don't like how that shit sounds, then change the situation and don't fucking put yourself in that situation. Fight to keep your manhood and who you are and keep that masculinity. Let that shit run through your fucking veins. Like, yo, man, for real, man. As a man, why would you let a woman fuck you? Like, what's wrong with you, man? What's going through your head? That is a mental condition that you got to think that's a fucking mental illness, man. Real shit. We don't handle these fucking things, but that's a fucking mental illness, man. We're not really approaching it the way we need to be approaching it. We're saying like, though, a person's like this. Nobody was born like that, man. I'm just being real. So, like I said, this is the real Unapologetic. I don't apologize for shit, man, because I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm just trying to help you think about what you're doing in the situation. And when you get yourself in a situation and those things come that come out of it that are negative, think about that shit. No different than when I was in the streets and I was doing negative shit in the streets. There was negative consequences that come with the negative shit. If you a dude that ain't fucking working and your girl taking care of your shit, and there's negative shit that come with that shit. You just got to deal with the shit. You don't like it. Yo, she tripping. No, motherfucker, you tripping for going through that because I wouldn't do it.
Dude, and like you said, man, I mean, we just gonna keep going back to it because that's what's being done. It's being done slowly and right before our eyes, and cats is just content to let it happen because they not speaking up. Oh well, I can't say that now. I can't do this now. Nigga, you are a man.
Right.
Do your man shit.
Right.
If you see, look. You know, I'm already thought of as an asshole. I'm thought of as an asshole because I speak my mind. It's got me in trouble at work. It's got me in trouble in relationships. But you know what? I'm not going to, if I see something that I don't like, guess what? I'm going to speak up about it.
Right.
I'm not going, oh, you know what? It wouldn't be politically correct for me to, fuck that.
Right.
If you're doing something that I don't, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know.
Yeah.
And guys have stopped doing that. They just conform now. Like the buck buster back in the day. Me making everybody conform because he taking your fucking nuts.
Right. And that's the shit, man. So you guys, I don't know if y'all cool with becoming a buck buster, but I don't like the name alone. You know what I mean? I don't want to serious buck buster. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, do your research, do your history. That's what they did.
Real shit, man.
They like, we can't have this big, strong motherfucker getting these other dudes all pumped up. So you know what?
We gotta break him.
Make him seem weak. We gotta break him, and we're gonna break him in front of everybody. So right. Anytime y'all think about speaking up or voicing your opinion or doing something, you're gonna remember this.
Right. And that's, listen, man. People. You got to watch the content. You got to pay attention to what you're watching and what kind of messages it's sending you. So you got to think about this shit. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'll look at something. I may not watch the whole thing of it. I just get the drift of this shit. Like, oh shit, this is what they talking about? All right, cool. I don't need to see the whole shit. I know what's going on already just from the message they're sending. That's it. Just from the first couple words. Like, oh shit, all right, I get them. Man, we got to do a better job, man. We got to do a fucking better job, man. For real, man. We're not doing the job that we should be doing and standing up as men. That's why these women are on this fucking show talking all kind of shit, talking for men. That's why women are fucking constantly, toxic masculinity or this, men are this and that. Listen, we have to do a better job as men and stand up and unite and start, or our shit's going, man. And let me tell you something. Mr. Oppressor, they want you fucking. As the black man, they want you going anyway. They'll help them fucking. It'll be easier to remove a lot of motherfuckers off the planet for population control, and it'll also, keep our wives in order. We'll be fucking gone, but our ex-wives or whatever, it'll keep them and all the women fucking out here right under them. They'll be good, and they can control them, and everybody get a piece of the pie except our asses. So as black men, we got to start fucking standing up, man. We got to start talking. We got to start being open. And I get it. You guys are trying to bow. Listen, I see a lot of guys doing this shit too. Selling out for the pussy. Stop selling out for the pussy, man. If you can't even pay rent, how the fuck you sending that girl money on her Cash App just to see her turn her ass around? Like, let's be real, man. We got to start talking about real shit. Like real shit. Why that pussy got you like that? How my boy said it in fucking Boomerang? Don't be pussy whip that pussy. Bang, 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 bang. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get back to whipping pussy. I don't hear nobody talking about that shit no more. All I see is a bunch of pussy whip motherfuckers and a bunch of pussy. That's what I see. I'm starting to see pussies and pussy whip motherfuckers that are they're conforming. They're like, fuck it.
Yeah,
hey, you want to work?
Like I said, they taking it away from us right before our eyes, but they doing it piece by piece. Now the catchphrase, like we said, is toxic masculinity.
Right.
But now when you sit to hear the word masculinity, you immediately talk about you're talking about men. You know that right from the start. So now just becomes men are toxic, men are bad, men are this. And it's just gonna keep going and going and going. I never heard anybody mention for the stuff that women do. I never heard nobody talk about what can I call it? Poison femininity. Have you ever heard somebody say about that? No.
Nah.
But women do shit on another level.
Right.
That's just as bad as what we do.
Right.
You know, let's not get, you know, you talk about men treating women as sexual objects and all of that. Well, what are the women hanging around in the lobby of the NFL games or the hotel and the basketball games?
No doubt.
What are they doing there? They don't see this young 22, 23-year-old kid who got millions of dollars all of a sudden in his lap. And what you there for? You there to get your cut. And what you gonna do? You gonna do whatever you gotta do. You gonna flaunt them titties. You gonna wear the short skirt. You gonna hang out in the. Why you think cats bitches be breaking up with their man when it's fucking All-Star weekend in fucking Atlanta?
Real shit, yo.
And your girl talking about I'm going down there. What you think she going for?
Right.
You think she gonna get a baller or a piece of a baller?
Right. Tramp.
You know, but
they
don't call that poison femininity, right? But anything that a man does is bad.
Well,
you know, and like you said, with the chicks with the Cash App, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But like I told you,
another form of prostitution.
Yo, it is another form of prostitution.
Giving blowjobs for $20.
Right.
What's the difference?
And this girl is showing her ass for a couple dollars too. Yeah. Yo, this is real shit.
Difference?
It's the same shit. But guess what? Guess who it starts with though? See, this is why we got to talk to dudes, because it's the dudes that have the power to take this shit back, to be like, dude, do you know if we stop doing that shit and be like, yo, I'm not sending nothing over there. I'm not even looking at that shit. Yeah. But make women have to go out and get real fucking jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because they making bank off of shit of showing some titties and an ass because men are fools. They're being foolish. Like real shit. You ain't gotta. I'm gonna be real with you. You ain't even gotta pay for all that shit. You don't know. You don't gotta pay for that shit. You motherfuckers is thinking they gotta pay for it. They out here running around thinking they gotta pay. And I'm speaking through experience. Like we talk on a real Unapologetic. You ain't gotta pay for that shit. You ain't gotta pay for that shit. But you doing it for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Because you feel like you can't get it any other way, but you ain't gotta pay for that. But bottom line, at the end of the day, dudes gotta smarten up, man. And that's why the main thing is just talking to men, man, because we need us as men to pull our shit together, take back your fucking power, get your balls back. So when you walk through that motherfucking door, she knows there's a man that's walking through that door. You know what I'm saying? It's the fucking man. Hello, hey, Pops is home. That respect is there. But like I said, we got to work on ourselves first, fellas. That's the key. You know what I mean? And because, like I said, women are always going to continue to do the shit that they're going to do the shit. Man, they're going to keep pushing it. They're going to keep saying the fucking, toxic masculinity. They're going to keep saying the shit about, men like this and this. They're going to keep doing it until they take the power and strip men and be like, you niggas ain't nothing but bitches. You getting fucked in your ass. And at the end of the day, I thought you liked that. Nigga, I played you. Fuck out of here. And now on the real, that's what it's going to boil down to. What the fuck you think? Is she going to be like, oh, yeah. No, she going to fuck with a dude. That's a dude. That's a real dude. Like, yo, I'm fucking with him. He'll get fucked in his ass. That's so, right. And he going to be fucked up. Yo, that's what I'm trying to say.
And then the women being the emotional creatures that
you fucked up.
They're going to rat you out anyway. You going to get them mad out in public, and she going to tell everybody. Y'all going to be sitting at a restaurant with your friends and getting to a little spat, and she going to be, shut up, bitch. That's why I fucked you in your ass last night. Don't think she won't, because she's emotional. She's emotional.
She's gonna blur that. I know she told you you could trust her, all that shit, fellas. Come on, man. We are fucking greater than this, man. I keep saying it on every show. We greater than this. We are better than this, man. You have to, it's a strategic fucking game. Everybody, before it was all about, that's why it's called races. I say it because it's about the races. Now it's gotten down to the sexes, yo. They fucking trying to take motherfuckers out. And I'm just being real, man. Man, you got to stand up and do your fucking part, man. You got to get your fucking balls back. Trust me, they're going to respect you. I know they be talking that shit.
Yeah, that's what I told you. You said on the
last
show.
On the last show.
Bluff. Call right. bluff.
That's what you got to do. And then on the bluff, there's some real shit. Like, you can do this shit. Like, let them go and just be like, all right, what? Listen, we got to get back to the days where men wore the pants. And I know women, you guys, listen, and I'm going to say this to the women. I know you guys be like, yo, you know, you want to be equal and you want to be able to have your own. I get it. But ain't nothing like the reason why you want that baller in the fucking basketball and when you in the lobby is because you want a man to take care of you. You just don't want to go through the hard work with another motherfucker who's not putting that work in. And I get it. Because I wouldn't want to fuck with nobody if I was a woman like that either. I'm being real. But at the same time, you want to be taken care of. You want to be the woman that stays home and take care of the kids. You want that. It's the fact that you go after the ballers because they already set. They already set up. So you don't got to go through all the fucking trouble of working and building. You know what I'm saying? She don't got to work and build. I get it. But you also take an easy fucking way out. Mm-hmm. Like I said, man, if men fucking turn back, yo, and we become the knights that we used to be, the courageous fucking had the courage and all that. Yo, listen, the women.
That's the thing though with women. Even when she get that baller, okay, and she's set up for life or set up forever, how long she gonna be set up, she still ain't gonna be happy.
Nah.
She's still
look at Jeff Bezos' wife.
Yeah, because women always have these conflicting emotions going on. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, look, I don't give a fuck. We're gonna get calls about this show. Bring the calls on.
Right.
Bring the calls on. Come on and prove me wrong. But right. Women have conflicting emotions. They want a man who's in charge. They want a man who's going to take care of them, but they hate the fact that they want that. That's the conflicting emotion.
That's the conflicting.
They want a man to be in control. They want a man to take care of them, but they hate the fact that that's what they want.
They hate their own guts. They hate the fucking own guts. I hate your guts. They hate their guts. Yo, for real, that's what it is. They hate their own guts, man. That's real. See, you're right about that. That because those conflicting emotions, that's why they battle with that shit. That's why they battle with that shit. That's why.
And who pays for that? We do.
Right.
You fighting within yourself, right. And it comes out at us.
Right. Like, and the reason why I brought up Jeff Bezos' wife, because look at her, she was with a baller, 160 billion, one of the richest motherfuckers in the world, if not the richest, and she still went back to a motherfucker that was making 40,000. She didn't give a fuck. A teacher. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, and you think that just came about? No, that didn't just come about, motherfucker. That was dude that she been in school. She's set so she can get the regular motherfucker now.
Yeah, but guess what else she got? She got the power now.
Yeah, she got the power now, right?
The same power that Jeff Bezos had over her. She got that power.
She power over him. Yeah, she got the buddy and the booty.
You're right.
She got the buddy and the booty. She went back and got the buddy and the booty. Yep. And she got the power. You know, that's when you get the real shit. So, listen, all we trying to say is, guys, and that's what it boils down to. Stop letting them trick you into all this bullshit. You know what I mean? It's mind games, man. And you have to play to win. Do not give your balls up. I don't give a fuck if it's for a day. Oh, let me borrow your balls. No, you can't borrow these motherfuckers. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna steal this from my boy Richard Pryor.
What?
And women, think about this logically. Think about it logically. What are y'all complaining about? And this is from my boy Rich. Y'all got all the pussy and half the money.
Right.
Wait, what do y'all got to complain about?
Right. Real shit. Nah, real shit, yo. Real shit. And watching that Raw shit last night, that shit is funny as shit, man. And guys, I'm gonna recommend you watch that, man. That's old school. It brings you back to when men was fucking men, yo. Eddie was saying some real shit, yo. He was like, he said, every man in this motherfucker cheats. He said, I know you sitting next to the motherfucker right now. He said, every man in this motherfucker cheats. And it was funny as shit. And what I'm saying, I'm not saying that it's okay, but the cheat
And I know you don't want to be cheated on, but what I was saying is that the women in the audience were laughing, the fellas in the audience. I mean, he had everybody laughing. Men were men back then. And like I said, there's shit that we all need to work on. There's shit that we all have to control. That's one of the things that men have to control. Like if you want a woman, and this is what I tell dudes all the time, yo, and I tell my dudes, I used to be that dude out on the streets like that, you know, had a couple right here, boom, boom, boom. Yo, what's up? I'm gonna go see Shorty. I was that dude, but this is what I told dudes. If you chilling and that's your shit, you chilling and you got Shorty, then take care of that. Do that. If you don't want that, then be like, yo, I don't want that. And then just stay single and you can live your life. No, we're going to start seeing more and more shit, but me and C is going to keep fucking reporting and coming on this motherfucker like CNN. You know what I mean? Right. We're going to keep coming on here, C and the niggas. You know what I mean? That's what we are. CNN, motherfucker. C and the nigga. I'm the nigga that's C.
Well, we're going to be RNN so we don't get them copyright.
Right.
We're going to be
copyright, right. RNN.
The Real Nigga Network.
The Real Nigga Network, right. Yo, real shit, man. But we going to keep feeding you what's right. Positivity. You know what I'm saying? To help you grow, to help strengthen you, to help you. You know, I know, yo, trust me, it's difficult. And they just make our job seem like that's what women do. And they do. They pussyfoot. They making motherfuckers look like pussy because they getting up and taking care of the households and working, fucking busting their ass and yeah, they definitely leading and doing their fucking thing. And I gotta commend them and give it to them. They out here and doing it. Not all dudes are like that. So whatever you think, and trust me, you know what I mean. And I'm gonna help build my dudes back up. So in the whole, we're all good. You know what I mean? And we're gonna make you fucking a better person. You're gonna have your dudes. You're gonna have your nuts. Women, you're gonna be coming. You're going to have good dude. You listen, we just want to make sure we are whole. Yo, really, we want to put orgasms back in the house and balls back in the house. Serious. You know, that's what we try to do.
And let's not get it confused, okay? Because you know what? Technically, we don't need women. Technically, women don't need men. We could do it all individually, but it's a lot better when we do it together.
Like they say, two heads are better than one.
And we got to do it together without all of this angst and emotion and hate towards each other.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Let's do it together. That's the best way to do it. But realistically, yeah, I could do it without you. I could do it. She could do it without me. You know, but it's better when we do it together.
Together, yeah. Nah, definitely. Yeah. I agree with that. But I'm gonna say this again, because you know me, I'm always about, make sure it's healthy. You guys doing it together. Make sure it's healthy. Make sure it's positive. Make sure it's something that you guys are in a partnership. People got to stop being in relationships. Relationships are filled with emotions. Partnerships are filled with success.
Again, and I touched on it in an earlier episode. If you go back and study history, marriages wasn't about romance and love back in the day. Marriage was about forming a partnership. And the way it used to work, it wasn't about, I fell in love with this prince over. No, it was always a trade-off. This king might have been in charge of shipping. And this guy had a lot of products to ship. And otherwise the kingdoms ain't have nothing to do with each other. But you know what? If he got a daughter, they married together. Now they become one. Now they controlling the shipping and they putting everything together. It's about partnerships. You got to start looking at relationships as partnerships because that romance shit dies after a while.
Shit don't get you nowhere, yo.
And if y'all ain't got a strong partnership, then why even do it? Why even do it?
That's what I'm saying, man. See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's why I said, like I tell people all the time, when I got my decree, it was like I got my degree. I learned about myself. I learned about women. I learned about my failures, their failure. You know what I mean? My ex-wife's failure. And I assessed myself to learn what the fuck, what could I have done better? It was a lot of shit, like the fucking 8 trips in 2015 to fucking Vegas. That could have fucking been stopped. You know what I mean?
That could have been one of the motherfuckers you could have stopped. But at that time, you whatever's going on, you're not thinking about saving anything. You only think about saving yourself. You know what I mean? So people jump ship and you see the motherfucker rowing that motherfucker by himself, that boat, away from the ship, because he's like, I'm not going down with it. The thing is, when you have a partnership, you know that partner is with you all the way through the shit. So if that ship starts sinking, y'all like, what we gonna do to get out of this? You can't fix a motherfucking woman. No man can, and no woman can fix a man. We got to get out of that fucking mindset of thinking I'm gonna come into this motherfucker and fix her. You ain't fixing shit. So we're gonna end this episode, man. And this is episode, this was a spirit of moment episode. We didn't even put real shit.
This is episode 12 and a half.
12 and a half. That's what we call it. Real shit. I'm with you on that. Real shit. Episode 12 and a half. This is that episode. So when you see this episode 12 and a half, this was a personal one that we just got together. And this ain't even our recording day. We were just like, yo, we need to talk about this. So we're going to do that for y'all. You're going to see episode 12, 3 3/4 or 12 and 5/6 or whatever, 13 and 5/6. However we coming to you real, raw, and unapologetic, transparent. We coming to you. We giving it to you straight from the gut, man. So ain't none of this shit. Drop your bags, your purse, your fucking, your egos, all that shit. Leave that shit when you watching this, because we not judging. We just talking and kicking it so we can help better each other. Add some comments, leave some comments, kick it with us, talk with us. This is a group session. Everybody's involved. Every white, black, Indian, Mexican. If Mexicans got a problems with the blacks, kick it. Put a comment in the motherfucking box.
Come on the show. Let's talk.
Let's talk. No doubt. So thank you for coming on this episode on the Real and Unapologetic Podcast, episode 12 and a half. All right.